Okay, you're going to need to open up your Walking Dead pinball and go to the area where you're going to place the mod, which is right next to the house here. And we're going to remove these two screws so that we can feed the wires down into this hole back here. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so we're going to remove this screw here. And be careful because there's a washer underneath it, so you don't lose the washer. And this screw you may not actually have to completely remove. You may be able just to loosen it so that you can slide that out, so you don't actually have to take that out. Okay, so now we have the mod, and you need to gently, actually we need to put the wires all together here. If you need to twist them a little bit, you can do that so they're all together. And we're going to force them down through this little side hole here, very gently. And you may want to do just two at a time. Let's get that right. The other two. Okay, now I've lifted up the play field, and if you look down here at the bottom, you'll see this mechanism there, and then these are where the wires are going to come out, and just gently pull them until they're gently taut and they're through. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put the play field back down. Okay, so we have the mod here, and just gently pull the wires around. So they're going to come on the outside here. And now what you need to do is spread the wires from the base of the mod so that we can get the screw in. So what I generally do is pull two to either side. Preferably two that are on the same side so you get the hole as open as possible. And then we have our screw with our washer. Go ahead and put the screw in. Put the washer on the underside. Give me that screwdriver over there. And then kind of place this on the hole. And gently screw in the screw. Don't overscrew it. You don't want to crack the plastic piece there. And you can pull your wires over here to the side, out of the way. And when we go back on the underside, we can pull those tight so that we can make sure they're out of the way. Go ahead and tighten up the other screw that we loosened. Okay, make sure you're happy with that. Okay, now I'm going to... Okay, this is the install for the always on blinking railroad mod part of the install. You'll have a box with the circuit board. It has a red and a white wire coming out. One side, this is the in voltage from your pinball machine, and then you're going to have 4 wires coming out the other side, and this are 2 wires to each LED. On the mod, there's a label that says A connection and a label that says B connection. On your particular railroad crossing sign, you're going to have one that says A connection and B connection as well, and so they're going to these wires are going to connect from the railroad mod to the circuit board via the A and B connection. And you're also going to need a pair of pliers. I like the needle nose pliers. And then I'm going to provide you with these wire connectors. You're going to need 4 of them. I'm going to send you 5 of them, so you have an extra one in case you mess up. But if you take your time, you shouldn't mess up. So first thing you're going to do is open up your pin, and you're going to go to the back here. You're going to see, get in here, there are 2 metal wires. There's one here and then one down here. And then over here to the side, there's just a flat area here with just a piece of wood. So I've provided you a piece of Velcro. You remove the back of the Velcro and stick that on the back here, kind of in the middle of that piece of wood. That is where your circuit board is going to mount. And you'll take your circuit board here. And I'm not going to hook this up because I'm not using this one on mine, but you're going to hook it up in such a way that the in wires, the red and the white, are facing these 3 lights, okay, because that's where we're going to get our power, from those 3 lights. They're pretty much on most of the game. There's certain times it'll turn off, but when it does turn off, it'll be appropriate for the railroad crossing sign to turn off, because basically all the lights on the machine turn off. So we're going to stick, this has Velcro already on it, so you'll just stick that onto the back here. And then you have 2 alligator clips. And what you're going to want to do is the red alligator clip is going to attach to the top wire here. And I would just aim it to the side so that it clips on kind of like that if you can. And then the white one will clip on to the wire below. And that's going to be your ground. And it's hard for me to show you with the camera, but when you open up the machine you'll see. So basically both your power in is coming there. This will go to your board. And then you're going to run these other 4 wires with the A and B connection under the machine, and you're going to connect these to the appropriate slots on the railroad mod. So I'm not going to hook this up, but I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So basically these 2 wires are already kind of wrapped together. And you'll notice on each of these there's a white wire and a colored wire. And this one you'll see it's blue and white. And on your railroad mod, you'll have a black wire and a colored wire. Okay. So what we're going to do is take our connector here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and hook one of these up just so you can see. So we're going to take this is coming out of the circuit board, and we'll take this one coming from the mod. This will, of course, will be under the bottom of the play field here. And the black is going to go to the white wire, and the blue is going to go to the blue. And on the other one, this is yellow, and yellow will go to green, but black always goes to white. That's the most important thing. So you'll take your connector and you want to stick the wire all the way in. You need to make sure that both wires are all the way in to the end of the connector. You turn it upside down and you can see and make sure it's all the way in. If you don't get this all the way in, it ain't going to work. And then you'll take your pair of pliers and you just squeeze really hard. You may see a little fluid come out of this connector. That's normal. And then you should gently tug and it should be secure. And then we're going to take the two blue wires. And again, same thing. Make sure it's all the way in. Squeeze. And I did give you an extra connector in case you mess up. But if you take your time, you won't mess up. Okay. And then next we'll take the green and white. That's a B connection. It's the B connection. So we'll take the white and the black. Squeeze. Make sure that's secure. And lastly, we'll take the green and the yellow. Squeeze. Should be secure. And if we hook this up right, this should and there you go. It should be blinking here in a minute. And that's the end of the install. Enjoy.